About 500 Qantas workers have walked off the job across the country over an ongoing pay dispute. The action is taking place on one of the busiest travel days of the year. Business reporter Amelia Turzon has more from Melbourne.
We so far don't have any reports of major disruptions to flights from Qantas from the major capital cities. We have heard reports of some cancelled flights out of Sydney this morning. However, it's unclear if this is linked to these striking engineer workers. We have heard that if there will be disruptions this afternoon is probably when they will occur. As you mentioned, this is one of the busiest days at many major airports since the pre-pandemic period. The issue here will be that many flights are very, very full this afternoon. So if there's any cancelled planes on Qantas due to these strikes, there simply won't be space for passengers to get onto another flight, which will ultimately create chaos for passengers. We have had crews out this morning at airports such as Adelaide, and here is what we've heard from passengers as they're considering possible disruptions to their flights today.
Probably not the best time to be doing it, but I understand that there may be some disputes happening. But yeah, given it's school holidays now in Adelaide after today, I think a lot of families probably would be going away as well. So look, it's probably not ideal, but again, it's obviously up to the people that are doing it, and obviously they have a voice too. So yeah, a little bit of an inconvenience, but we just need to get to where we need to go.
I mean, I understand. I think it's kind of great. I think they deserve the right to go on strike and try and get what they want.
I think it's great because I think no worker should go 3 years without a pay rise, especially in this high cost of living environment. So I think them standing up for their rights and asking for better pay is a great thing.
Can hear the frustration from travellers there. They just want to get where they are going. But in terms of these long-running negotiations between Qantas and the company, what is the sticking point there, Amelia?
So these workers that are striking are covered by 3 unions. They're engineers that work on safety checks on planes as they come into Qantas terminals. It's important to note here that these are just workers who work for Qantas, not the cheaper Jetstar subsidiary. These workers had their enterprise bargaining agreement lapse in the middle of this year, and they have been in negotiations through their union for higher pay. We've heard reports that they're asking for double-digit increases in their pay, and as we heard from passengers there is concerns that these workers have gone several years without a substantial pay rise. The union says that they striked last in October, that they've been holding off on protected action while they've been waiting for more meetings with the companies to negotiate. I spoke to the head union managing this situation just previously this morning, and here is what they had to say to me about these workers and their demands.
Average wage is under $90,000 a year, $86,000 a year to be a Qantas engineer. You can go and work at Jetstar or at Virgin and get paid a higher base wage than if you were working at Qantas. And we think that that's not fair, given that Qantas is supposed to be the premium brand in Australia. It has got the highest safety record in the world, and that's down to the workers that perform all the safety checks and down to the workers that do the maintenance. So it's on our shoulders that Qantas builds its record, and they need to pay back that debt.
I suppose the future of any possible strike action will depend on how these negotiations go, but could we be seeing this potentially dragging out?
So the union has said that it's trying to negotiate with Qantas. Qantas says that it has been offering up fair deals. It's actually said that it's put contingency plans in place, which is why so far we believe there's been no real major disruptions to flights due to these engineers striking. The union did just tell me that they, as of just 2 days ago, raised the possibility of another strike or protection action in the next 2 weeks, which would fall into the very busy pre-Christmas period. They said that as well as potential more stop work, there could be things like picket lines or protests planned as well. So this is really a wait and see, and as well a wait and see to see if this will impact flights this afternoon at major cities like Sydney and Melbourne.